Hello, gorgeous, and welcome to another episode of Gala Loves Everything. This one, again, is a visual podcast. So if you've just been listening on iTunes or Spotify, I really recommend that you head on over to YouTube and you get a taste of, well, all this goodness, because there is a lot of prettiness in this episode that I think you're going to enjoy. And this episode is all about habits, changing habits, making habits sexier, and the changes that I have recently made in my own life to make my life more juicy and delicious. And look, I don't know when we all got so horny for other people's habits, but it happened at some point. Something happened in the cosmos where all of a sudden, this is what we need to know about. And I am not impervious to this at all. I'm so obsessed with looking at what people do on a daily basis. And I know that you are too. And that's why you're here with me. So today we are going to talk about some habits that I have picked up recently that are really feeling good to me. These are new habits, new systems, new routines, new products that are just lighting up my life. And I know we're in Leo season, but Virgo season is just around the corner, and it is the perfect time to get excited about new habits, new routines, new structures. So let's start at the very beginning. Let's start at the morning. And maybe about a week ago, I noticed that my stomach was hurting every single day. And I kind of went through a process of elimination to figure out what that could be. And I realized by process of elimination that it was coffee. It was coffee that was hurting my stomach, and not the oat milk that I have with the coffee, but the coffee itself. Bummer. Bummer. I was really sad about this, and I thought, okay, well, if I'm not going to do coffee, I want to do something else. Now, I love matcha, but I didn't have any in the house, and I thought, okay, well, I'd like some kind of stimulation in the morning, so what can I do instead? And what I switched it for is cacao. And if you've seen Portlandia, you may have seen the cacao skit, and it's really has colored my whole thinking around cacao. I always think about cacao to cacao now. It just ruined me for good, but this is my new thing. So in the morning, instead of coffee, when I get up, I will have a teaspoon of cacao with 8 drops of monk fruit, like drops, and a teaspoon, actually not a teaspoon, it's more like a tablespoon of inulin. And I was taking inulin with my coffee. I'd been taking it for a long time. Actually, it was a recommendation of Lauren Bostic from the Skinny Confidential. And inulin is a prebiotic fiber, so it's really good if you struggle with bloating or being irregular. It really helps reduce the bloat, and it's great. It doesn't have any flavor, but it's slightly sweetening to whatever you add it to. So I just put a tablespoon of that with whatever I'm drinking in the morning. So that is my new drink that I have, and I love it. And cacao is known for opening the heart, and I feel really good when I drink this. It doesn't give me the same feeling as coffee, obviously. It's not as jittery, stimulating, blah, 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 but it does make me feel really good, and it does open my heart a lot. So my routine is that I make the cacao, and then I put that with oat milk, by the way, and then I grab my journal and I start writing. And I've been doing morning pages for, I'm not sure how long now, maybe a year. Maybe a little bit longer. And it really helps me with just getting a fix on how I'm feeling. And something that happens to me, and I don't know if this happens to you too, but I'm going to say it just in case it does so you don't feel alone. If I'm around people a lot, I don't know how I feel. And I don't know what I think. And so it has become really important to me that I have this time to myself alone in the morning where I can get my thoughts out on paper and basically just get a fix on who am I today. I think one of the coolest things about life and self-development and this whole world is that you do get to choose who you want to be every single day, and that is such a gift. But if you don't consciously choose who you want to be every day, then it's very easy to be who the world wants you to be. And we want to avoid that at all possible ways. So if you take that time in the morning to do the free writing and, feel into yourself, you'll feel really good. I just love it. And when people talk to me about, I want to get into tapping, I want to get into more healing, what's the first port of call? Obviously, tapping is fantastic, but you need to know where you're struggling and you need to get a fix and your bearings so that you know what to tackle first and you know where to put your energy and your attention. So journaling is my favorite place to start for that. It just helps you see your life objectively. And it also helps you can flick back 6 months to a year and you can notice, wow, I have been complaining about the same shit for 6 months or a year. And maybe it's time for me to change that. So that's my first shift. I've traded coffee for cacao and it feels really good. After that, I like to do something that is about bringing my nervous system to a really good place. So I either will do tapping. I have a morning manifestation tapping on my Instagram. It's pinned to the top, which is really, really good. I love that. And in fact, I'm going to release a little program of morning tappings that you're going to love. So stay tuned for that. But I will do tapping or I will do awaken breathwork, which was founded by my friends Hella Weston and Lucas Mack, who are Kiwis. So I have a major soft spot for them. They're fantastic. And you can try their Awaken Daily. There's a video on YouTube. It's totally free. It doesn't take very long. It's like 5 minutes and it really resets your nervous system and really plugs you into yourself. So that's fabulous. And by the way, these things that I do in the morning, they don't always happen in this sequence. So some people love a really strict regimen. I do this, then I do that, then I do this. I'm not one of those people. I personally really like to flow with it and see how it makes me feel. And to me, right, that is the balance of the masculine and the feminine. The masculine is the structure, the tools, the routines, the things that you are going to do to make your life more efficient. And the feminine is what feels good to me right now? Where do I want to go? How do I want to feel as I do it? And letting those two things merge and play together. So I really love that. So these things don't always happen in order. Just wanted to put that out there. So after that, typically I will get on my Peloton and I'll do a ride, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. I love to ride with Robin. She's really the only person I ride with. I don't find any of those other instructors compelling. Robin is my girl. I love her and she pumps me up when I need it. In fact, this morning I did a Tabata ride where we did 40 sprints. 40. Yes. And it was amazing. I felt so good afterwards. And I even posted a thing on Instagram about it. And I was like, riding sprints is not enjoyable, but the euphoria and the rush you get afterwards does not come for free. And there are a lot of studies about this in terms of serotonin and what makes us feel good. And very few of our rushes of serotonin that are like good for us come from doing nothing. So for example, you can scroll your Instagram and you can look at pictures and, sorry, it's not serotonin, it's dopamine. They give you this dopamine hit, but you didn't have to work for it. And so what it actually does is deplete your natural stores of dopamine so that it's then harder to feel good in the future. The best way to get the dopamine rush is to actually do something that required effort and some challenge. So, doing these things that are hard in the moment are the best way to feel good in the future. And I've been talking about feeling good is your job for a really long time. And I believe that not desperately, but I believe it deeply. And we often mistake the idea of feeling good is your job for, well, if I don't feel like doing it and it's not enjoyable in the moment, then I'm not going to do it. And that's not the way to think about it. I want you to think about, if I do this thing, there may be temporary discomfort, there may be temporary unpleasantness, but how am I going to feel in the future? How am I going to feel that afternoon, next week, next year, if I have done this thing, if I keep doing this thing, if I'm consistent with this thing? Like, I'm working on my 4th book right now. Writing a book is not fun. It's not. When you're in the flow and you're writing, it feels good, but the act of writing a book is not, like my deep pleasure place. However, the end result is so good. The pictures of people holding this book and in the bathtub or on their coffee table, like that's worth it to me. So I want you to just, if you've been like, well, it doesn't feel good in the moment, so I'm not going to do it because I'm living this pleasurable hedonistic lifestyle and that's what it's about. Like, yes, it is. Your job is to feel good, but sometimes feeling good is about temporary discomfort in order for long-term satisfaction, joy, ecstasy, bliss. Like, doing healing work on yourself is not necessarily fun in the moment, but you feel way better afterwards. So we have to just think more long-term about the things that we're doing. Anywho, then typically after Peloton, I will get in the shower and I shower and I start to get ready. And I've changed my morning, glam routine a little bit. So let me tell you about it. I purchased the Skinny Confidential ice roller, which I love. I love it. I don't know for sure that it is depuffing me, but I do know that it makes me feel really good. And the cold exposure is so good for you. You've read all the studies about taking cold plunges and cryotherapy and all that stuff. Exposure to cold temperatures is really good for your brain chemistry and your body. And I like to think that I'm doing mini cold plunge on my face with the ice roller. I love it. It really wakes you up. It makes you feel amazing. I can't recommend it enough. And also the packaging is just so cute. Like, stop it. Why is it so cute? I don't know, but it is. It's just beautiful. It looks like if Barbie designed an ice roller, this would be the thing. Well done, Lauren. I mean, it's an absolute triumph. So beautiful. And then I also bought her pink balls roller, which I think has another name, but I'm not sure what it is. And I love this thing. You roll it along your face and it helps you sculpt the face. So it's kind of like gua sha, but not exactly the same. So when I do the pink balls thing, this is before I've washed my face. So I get out of the shower, I do the ice roller on whatever my skin is that came out of the shower. I don't wash my face in the shower. I try to avoid doing a lot of hot water on my face generally. So I get out of the shower, I do the ice roller, and then I take this Face Coach oil and I do 1 dropper full, I put it on my face, and then I use that so that the pink balls don't get stuck. I know that sounds weird, but so they have enough slip so that they can keep doing their thing. Then I wash my face and I start getting ready. But so I wash my face. I always use a washcloth. And people ask me what skincare I'm using all the time. I've been using proven skincare for over a year. My skin has never looked better. I absolutely love it. They use AI to generate your ideal skincare. It's so cool. I just love it. I love the nerdiness of it. It's like, yes, the singularity is helping me have clear skin. I love it. And then once my face is dry, after that, I use this rose mist spray, which is a face tanning spray that I use every day just to maintain my color. Because if you have a fake tan on, which I almost always do, when you're washing your face and exfoliating your face, then the tan is coming off all the time. So I like to just use that. And it also kind of comes through under your makeup and I believe makes you look really glowy. Always a win. And then I use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum on top of that once that tanning spray has dried. And then I go in and I do, the usual like eye cream, moisturizer, primer, blah, 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 blah. I'm also using Aquaphor right now on my lips and I love it. I think it's fantastic. It's really weird. I was watching, I think it was Khloe Kardashian on Hot Ones, which is a show, if you haven't seen it, where people eat progressively hotter hot wings and attempt to give interview answers. I think it's a really brilliant format for a show. And she was talking about putting Aquaphor under her eyes to prevent wrinkles. And I was like, that's a good idea. I wonder if that works. Let me give it a shot. So I've been using that under my eyes. I mean, I can't see a difference, but I really love it on my lips. I think it's really just keeps your lips feeling soft and supple, which is obviously very important. Now look, here's the other change I've made to my routine, and it's that I'm eating way more food. Way more food. I went to my trainer about a week ago and I said, dude, I'm so tired. Like every day at around 4 o'clock, I want to take a nap. Like I've fully run out of energy. What am I doing wrong? And he said, well, you're probably either not eating enough food or you're not eating the right kind of food. You should eat more protein. And I was like, look, I feel like I eat a lot of protein already. I don't think I'm deficient in protein, but I just think I'm eating the wrong kinds of food. And he said, I want you to eat oats in the morning. And I was like, ugh, I hate oats. They're fucking gross. It's like eating sludge. I'm not into it, but I'll do it just to see what happens. So I had bought these vegan overnight oats a while ago. They were sitting in my pantry. I hadn't tried them. They're cool. You take the top off, you pour some oat milk in there, you seal them and you put them in the fridge, and then they're ready for you in the morning, which is great and easy. I don't enjoy the taste. I just got to tell you, I don't enjoy the taste. To me, it tastes like chemicals. To me, it tastes like something unpleasant. However, the proof is in the pudding, as they always say. So I ate these oats and then I went to the gym and I did kickboxing with him for an hour and I had so much energy to burn. And this is on a day that I had taken out the coffee from the equation. I had subbed in cacao and those were the only changes I had made. Those oats gave me total superpowers. I really recommend, eating more food. If you, like me, are struggling to get through the day and you're like, oh God, I need a coffee at 3 o'clock, then it shouldn't be that way. And perhaps you are just not eating enough carbs or the right kind of food to give you the sustained energy that you need. And now that I'm eating oats in the morning, and even though I'm not totally enjoying it, but I'm just feeling good is my job. If I eat these, it's going to make me feel good in the future. Okay, fine. This is the mental gymnastics I do. I can do 2 workouts a day and feel really good. I love that. That's a fucking win for me. It means I can do Peloton in the morning and then go to the gym. Or it means I can go to the gym and then do Peloton at nighttime, which I love. And this brings me to my final routine change that I've made recently that I'm really, really loving so much. I was lying on the couch the other night and I was watching Love Island, which is not good, as we all know. It ain't good. And I was thinking, this is not how I want to live my life. This is not how I want to wind down at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I am so spent. I have been in my DMs talking to people all day long. I have been working with my team. I have been making things creatively. I have been talking to my friends. I've done 2 workouts. I have output everything I'm going to output for the day. I'm burnt up. It's done. I'm good. I've done it. And I thought, I don't want to lie here and watch Love Island until I'm exhausted every night. This is not a high vibrational way of ending my day. When my day is so powerful and positive, I don't then want to just kind of throw it away at the end of the day. So I decided to create myself a new nighttime routine and I'm loving it. And I want you to see if you can try doing something similar. So don't get me wrong. I will still watch Love Island. I just won't watch it for as long. I might watch it for an hour or something while I'm eating dinner and whatever. And then I turn my television off and I leave my living room. Before I go into my bedroom, actually, I make myself a drink. And the drink is the Vital Proteins collaboration with Poosh, which they did ages ago. And I regret to say this because I don't know that they're still making it. But it is the Pink Moon Milk Collagen Latte. I bought this ages ago and I hadn't even taken the lid off. It just arrived and I kind of forgotten about it. And it's basically a bone broth drink with collagen in it, but it tastes like strawberry milk. So I put that in a cup of oat milk. I heat it up in the microwave. And before I do this, I go into my bedroom and I have a Higher Self PEMF mat that I bought, again, ages ago. And it's been living under a piece of furniture in my bedroom because you just, out of sight, out of mind. I lift that up, I put it on the other side of the bed, I plug it in and I turn it on to level 3, heat mode 3, and I let it warm up for a little while. And then once my Pink Moon Milk drink is done, I take that into the bedroom, I sit on my PEMF mat, and I drink this drink. Feels so good. So this mat is really crazy. It's packed with tiny little amethyst crystals, and it is emitting, allegedly, all these, I don't know, waves that make you feel good. I don't know the science. Science is not my bag, but what I can tell you is that when I lie on this mat, I feel so deeply relaxed. It's majestic. It's powerful. It's fantastic. So I lie on this mat, and once I've had my drink, I bought a DMH LED light mask. I turn it on to the red mode, and I lie on this mat with this mask on. I look like I'm in Tron or about to, join the Force or something, Star Wars-y. I don't know. It does look bizarre. My dog is always like, whoa. But I lie there with this mask on the mat. The mask is stimulating the collagen in my face. It is helping me be more radiant. It's really good for your skin. And I lie there and I either meditate with like a guided meditation that I find on YouTube, or I watch something that's really relaxing on YouTube. I find that there's so much more on YouTube that I would prefer to watch than on actual television. So I might watch a, fashion vlogger do a thing about recreating Pinterest outfits, or I might watch a thing about feminine energy, or I might do a meditation, or I might watch a comedian. But I choose to watch something that's going to put me in a nice, relaxed state. I'm not watching anything to amp me up. I'm not watching anything that makes me, super excited and creative. I'm just saturating my mind with something chill and easy. And then I roll over and I go to bed and I sleep like a log. And I also have started wearing a purple, not that the color matters because it's dark, a purple satin eye mask when I'm sleeping. And my bedroom's pretty dark, but at the top of the bedroom, there are these windows that don't have blinds for them. So there is some ambient light that comes in. And I am telling you, with this eye mask on, I have never slept better in my whole life. It is a game changer. It's incredible. It's amazeballs. So those are the things that I'm doing. Those are my new routines. And look, I would love to say if you do all of these things, then you will have my exact life and everything will be, galarific. But I can't say that. However, what I can say is that if you were to incorporate some of these things, switch out your coffee for cacao, do some tapping or some awakened breath work in the morning, don't watch Love Island until you're exhausted and instead have some kind of wind down routine that makes you feel really good, then that's what I recommend. And I think one of the other things that's so great about that Vital Proteins drink is that it has melatonin and magnesium in it. So it really does just help you sleep better. So, a warm strawberry drink plus a heated mat plus a meditation, you'll be out like a light. It is seriously amazing. So there you go. Those are my recommendations for you. I hope that they're fun and exciting for you to try. I'm always trying different things. And I also think it's funny to record this as a podcast because I'm sure in 2 years' time, I'll listen back and be like, what are you talking about? And I think it's fun to just keep evolving. You don't have to stay married to anything that's not working for you. And I think that life is a process of finding the things that work for you and then being consistent with them. So if my routine doesn't work for you, it's totally fine. Find something that does work for you. Because we have the privilege of creating the kind of life that we want. So why not fill it with stuff that actually works for you, not stuff that makes you suffer or feel bad? You don't need that in your life. It's not compulsory. It's not even close to necessary. So there you go. Those are my tips. I hope you love them. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'd love you to give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I feel like a real YouTube dork saying that, but hey, anything for the whatever. So follow my channel, subscribe to my channel, blah, blah, blah. And if you're listening on iTunes, please leave me a review. That makes me feel amazing. And of course, my new book, Magnetic Mindset, How to Make Love to the Universe and Manifest Anything, is out right now. It's on Amazon. It's doing sensationally well. It was number 50 of all books on Amazon Australia. And killing it as a new release on Amazon USA as well. I'm super proud. And I also want to thank all of you so much for your love for the book and your beautiful comments and your reviews and for recommending it to people and reaching out to people and saying, please have Gala on your podcast. I really appreciate that. It helps us spread the word, because don't we want people to feel fucking good and have the lives that they can have? And I just want people to know about tapping and manifesting, and that they really can create whatever they want. So that's it. That's me, over and out. I love you. Thanks for listening. By the way, none of this was sponsored, just in case, just briefly, in case you were wondering, none of this was sponsored, except for it was sponsored by my book, because yeah, it was. But beyond that, none of those products were gifted to me. Excuse me. I paid for all of them and was happy to do so. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I love you. New episodes coming soon. And if there's something you'd like to see me tackle or talk about, I'm here. Let me know. Okay? I love you. Bye.